What's going on, y'all? You know the motto: stay woke, stay strong, stay focused, and stay positive. Some of the most sensitive beings in person is some of the most hypocritical, crucial beings you ever meet. It's 8 things behind dreadlocks, a mustache, and reality. The God of us. We only got 8 people in existence that know what a God is. In the Bible, it requires 6 to 7 different comprehensions. They talk about the God, Jehovah Rapha, nothing, wrath of us, Egypt, Egyptian gods, pharaohs, reptilians, insectilians, hybrids, Nephilims, lichens, Palladiums, thesis, statement, reality, and theoden or theo. In our particular book, is 8 different comprehensions for the Bible. It's mechanisms, biological, birthdays, or birth of days, not birthday, birth of days. When you have birth of days, it means the day you was born, but not the day you was conceived. The day you are conceived as a human living being, that's when your birthday is. Unfortunately, I don't care what they tell you. I'm a Capricorn. I don't know how the paperwork works. That ain't my responsibility. I was born on January 7th. I don't know what they told y'all, who God or whosoever. That has nothing. No disrespect towards anybody's guys on how that works, reality wise. I know everybody. I'm very spiritual based, open minded to my own thesis and my own statement of a God body versus a God within person, but a God within self. The moment you know who Jah is, which is just Jehovah Rapha, Jehovah, thesis, statement, and linear, and Yahweh, or Yahweh say Yahweh, but it was Yahweh of us. It was it was Yahweh. Meaning it wasn't Yahweh, it wasn't Yahweh, it was Yahweh. Meaning it's Yahweh down here. Whatever happens on earth is Yahweh. That God happened to get a. I'm trying to think how I can explain the reality. Sorry about that. I'm a little rusty when it comes to that particular comprehension. Yahweh was not the God. That was his name. But he called himself Yahweh. Hopefully y'all can catch it if you're smart enough. This is Yahweh down here. It's Yahweh. His name wasn't Yahweh, it was Yahweh. Meaning he was trying to tell y'all in the person, in the flesh, that it was Yahweh to live down here. Now, what type of God do you know that can allow y'all to have sex whenever y'all want, eat whenever y'all want, do whatever y'all want? If God is such a crucial being, you can tell me within an existence. People been doing all this fuckery, all this lying and killing, excuse my language, all this lying, killing, stealing, and God didn't do anything. Is that behind our reach to believe that the Nephilim came down here as a person of perspective and did whatever they wanted to do, and when it came down to it, they was just wiped out. So humanity been doing whatever they want to do for the last 200 billion years. Before time itself, fucking shooting, gunning, curse God, F God, humanity just. But the Nephilims come down here and they just wiped away. Does that make sense? So humanity and shit all over the place. Excuse my language. Do whatever they want to do. Cuss God, curse all over, cuss guys. I do whatever they want to do, and there's no consequence to that. But when the Nephilims came down here, they was immediately wiped out. Supposedly. I believe to this day still Nephilim still alive, but it shows you the comprehension you must have to even comprehend the Bible. If y'all want me to believe that the pyramids still stand today after God then flooded the land, I think it's a different comprehension. I think this, as far as it comes to the Bible, is very scripted. I think it does talk about God versus his story versus what he knows versus what he shows. If God is here amongst us, or we do have one, you cannot tell me God didn't destroy everything but mankind religiously. Because when it comes to Egypt had their own technology. They actually said at one point Egypt rivaled God. I don't know how that works. But I'm telling you, when you read between the Quran, the book, the lawyers, it's called a Book of Sons, but it's a lawyer's story of the Book of Sons. He explains within this arithmetic that when you know who you are, you can do whatever you want to do. Now, how does that work? The Nephilims get killed off. Children get killed off. Egypt's getting killed. Everybody's getting killed off. But humanity, who is humanity? And I've never seen, when you look at some of these races, like when it comes to Greek mythology, Zeus, Poseidon, Hera, Horus, Osiris, Jara, Phara, Kyra, when you look at all these different guys' names, are y'all prepared to tell me there's only one God? And if so, then who is y'all God? Because you can't tell me God then killed everything for humanity when y'all still out here fucking and sucking. I mean, y'all doing whatever y'all the biggest energy. Humanity is the biggest energy vamps I've ever seen. No offense to humanity for that stands. Unless humanity don't exist. Unless whoever's hiding behind this God theology. The gods themselves is I think God themselves is humanity, meaning they did so much witchcraft they made themselves gods. And they decide who they want to take in and take out. If you want to explain how that's possible, I have no idea. But if you want me to believe Charlemagne the God has a name of that personification and he's not a God, or that doesn't mean that's crazy. He just woke up one day and said, "My name is Charlemagne the God." Is it possible he could actually be the God or a God? Is it possible that God name or God is not just a God? Could he be a universal God? Could he be an angelic God? Could he be a spiritual God? Could he be a spiritual? Can God be anything and everything? Or is he just God? And if so, what does that mean? What is a God supposed to do? I don't know, but I'm more curious about it. What is a god? I guess between the next two videos, I'm gonna mention. We talked last week about two songs and two videos that I wanted y'all to watch and see why this is important. So one of them was called Lovecraft, which y'all need to watch. It's a very good show. And the other one's called Salem. So Salem is actually hard to find, but it's a particular character in it. It's multiple. But if you can put in Salem, Cotton Matter, I think it was Cotton Matter. C-O, let me look it up. That way I don't sound belligerent. That particular name rings bell for a reason, or I might just screenshot it and then put it on the page. But I want y'all to keep in mind why this is important. When you watch enough witchcraft and quote unquote, excuse my language, bitchcraft, you'll learn why this is important. Bitchcraft was conceived by the average man. There goes my next video. So once again, y'all know the motto: stay woke, stay strong, stay focused, and stay positive. Either you have peace or you create peace. It's that simple.